Everybody, Danny here.
I'm Alex.
And this is my friend's son. He's like family to me. And knew me years ago. And now when I was heavy and fat and drinking. And now I'm going to show him what the gym did for me as a kid. All that. First day is chest day. He weighs 124 pounds. See you guys later. And you'll see, I'm just going to keep them shoulders back. And then press. You see like the I call it dinosaur. A little T-Rex. Press up, shoulders back, down the nipple, kind of pressing over the eyes. At first, though, you can stand straight up spine because your stabilizer muscles have to adjust to get strong. And then just remember shoulders back, fingers on those rings, and try to go for 10. Get into that burn feeling and try to do 1 or 2 more. Yep. Yeah. And breathe in all the way down, out on the way up. Perfect. Your stabilizers are pretty good already. If you have a little off, but that's good. 5. Nice. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Good work, buddy. That's good. Start getting the bar. You'll see your bench will go up. Everybody's different, but in like the next 45 days, you'll have 25s on there, probably at least. And yeah, most guys, the first they want the 45-pound plate, which is 145. Once you have 2 on each side, it's 225 and 45 pounds. And then 3 on each side is 315. But generally, most people in the gym, you want to get that 45-pound plate, then 2, and that's just always your own goals.
The bar feels heavier.
Yeah, it's weird, right? These are like weird weights. They're not your normal ones that you would use, but for rocks like this and dropping and deadlifts, they use them softer weights. And then what you also realize as you get more into bodybuilding, all them weights out there that say 45 in this, they're off by little bits. Yeah. It's very rare that weight's actually what it is. So, yeah. In Planet Fitness especially, the 45-pound weights that are gray and shiny black are definitely higher than their dull-colored gray ones. But nah, that was great. Here, let's try to do another 10. Try to get to 1. Try to get it to where you actually can't get that up. Go into the burn enough that either slide down that way a little bit. That either if your failure means that your form went off, or you can't physically lift the weight. So as long as most sets, and we're just getting started now, but in a few weeks, you want every set to go to failure because that's the mechanism that signals to the nervous system this, we have to get tougher. Forward. All right, but yeah, here, press that up. Pinky finger on that ring, and press. And try to go to like 12 to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, here, do more. You'll get into it, you'll see. Yeah, you got tons of strength. No, I can see your strength, you got it. You're only doing, when most people, when you first get here, you're doing 40% of what you think you can, of what you can actually do. Yeah, failure is when that shit shakes and you actually can't lift it, but you gotta start somewhere. You have to bump into failure and then keep bumping into it. Then you'll grow to love it, because it'll prove to you that you're growing. Like people are like, oh, I'm not making any progress in the gym. You're not going to failure or you're not eating right. It's impossible not to progress if you're doing this stuff. If you're into climbing, then what we'll do is we'll really hit back good. And that's more of a pull muscle, like climbing. Climbing makes you strong. I got a tree guy I work with whose core is insane.
Yeah, like when Michael was doing the rock climbing.
Yes.
He like got way bigger.
Oh my God, I remember I showed up at the Red Roof right after Jay went away and all that, and he was climbing up the Red Roof Inn. Shit was wild. His brother's the beast.
Yeah, because when I was like young, and Michael was like young teens, like Michael was kind of like not fat but chubby.
Yeah.
And then he started doing sports, like he did football, he got big.
Yeah.
And then after that, he started doing more like climbing and snowboarding like that.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't dance.
Yeah. He did MMA too, right? He trained fighting a little bit.
Michael always did jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. No, he's a good kid. I remember he's always ripped. You know, you guys got great genetics, without a doubt. Yeah. Okay.
My dad was not like jacked, but my dad's a big guy.
Yeah. No, I can see in your build. That's why I told your mom today. I was like, bro, he's gonna get jacked from this. I see it already.
Mike used to say that to me all the time. He was like, if you start doing active stuff with me, you're gonna know what
Yeah. Oh, dude, you'll be amazed. This will change. Once you're in this a month or two, you're gonna start attacking life. Everybody does. You can't. It looks like a physical exercise. It's a spiritual experience, and it psychologically enhances you and applies to everything you're doing. You'll even see, like, your gaming, your mind's gonna get clearer, everything. I swear, you tune a guitar, it sounds better and better if you're doing it right. So, like, you're tuning your body, you know? And then, like, I feel like we're an antenna. So the better you treat yourself, your personal diet, your personal workout, the better you get, the better life gets, the better you can adhere to, like, the calling, whatever your purpose is for the universe. I really do. I think this helps get us in alignment, physically and spiritually.
When I'm in here like this, I should feel like I'm resting on my shoulder blades, right?
Yeah, you want it like that. You can even arch the back a little bit. All right, I'll set this down, we'll get another rep set. And there's that. Yeah, focus towards 10, and just bump into that failure and do 1 or 2 more, you know? But yeah, we're just meeting it now, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to storm in and fucking destroy the world yet. Up. Yep, nipples up. 1, 2, perfect. 3, perfect. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, and that's all. 9, perfect, bud. How'd that feel? You were close, right? You see, sometimes your first 3 sets would be this, and then your 4th set, all of a sudden it's like, wait, did I just get stronger? Yeah, that's what we want to do. Bump into it. We bump into that feeling, we feel it, we put it down. And you know what I'm saying? Yes. Because then, see what happens is for 4 more, you start to lose trust in my number that I'm giving you. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, it's good to tell the guy, but you do 8. And then it's 1 more, to shock you. You don't want that to be all the time, or they're like, it's like a talking number, like, oh, he said 10, and then there's negative. So, like, it's good here, we have good communication. You hit the failure, the burn, and we step away. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to go all crazy. We're just introducing it. You know, because then your body is familiar, you're comfortable. Then you willingly want to go into it. You know, if you're facing something hard, you have to want to do it. If someone's forcing it on you, they're just traumatizing. You know what I'm saying? But if you're willfully getting uncomfortable, that's where all the resilience and the strength comes from. But yeah, that was good. I think we're good on that. And now we're gonna go over, I'm debating whether we're gonna do, we'll do pec flies on a machine. Because I like them on a bench, but it takes a while to learn how to tweak it. But I'll explain it all to you when we get there. Let's go. All right, I'll show you real quick. Yeah, you always grab from the side, pull this one, grab that one. That way you're not overextending that shoulder and shit. And then these, shoulders back like always, like we're holding that pencil, and you just want it straight. Some people like this, with the elbows cocked out, the full muscle contraction is that straight out. And then just nice and slow, arms straight. You can bend them a little bit. You'll find your rhythm and your form will be slightly off of perfect most of the time. But it's just that fucking stretch and then that focus contraction. Like you want to be focusing on flexing that chest. Otherwise, your shoulders kind of can take over. But yeah, chest back, like up and out, arch back a little bit, and just like that. Then we'll go like this, and like that. And you got it. We're gonna put that, let's see what 25 feels like. Put them down, yeah, there you go. Now shoulders back, pull them back, and let them come back. Bam. Then forward, try to bring the arms together straight. 1, perfect. And just keep your breath work good. You can go a little quicker. You want the average rep to be about 2 seconds. You know, 2 to 3 seconds. They've even done studies. Yeah, when you come back, just do it slow. Yeah, right there, press. And then press from there. You don't even have to bring it back all the way. Chest Good. You feel it? Like those arms can be bent out here in the back. When you bring it to the front, try to get them straight. They won't always get fully straight, but you should feel that engaging that chest. Flex that chest. But you'll find the right weight, you get that full compression. It feels tighter than it would with a heavier weight. When you go weight heavy, it's just a boom. But when you're using the right weight for bodybuilding, there's 3 more. Yeah, that little bit of shaking, that's fucking perfect. That's what stabilizers did right there. 1 more. And then remember, when you set it back, turn to the left, let 1 go. Yep. Hold that, yep. Perfect.
I don't even feel like tired anymore. I just feel it in my core.
You feel like bubble gum, like kind of, yeah, molasses? Yeah, that's good. Very good. The chest fly, bro, is one of the best exercises you can do for chest. It really is. And yeah, you nail that form, and it's everything. If you have proper form, that helps your strength a ton too. So yeah, I got chest up, back, like right there, how they're straight, that's fine. Going back that much more, it's probably more likely an injury than anything. 1, 2. Yeah, this one, it's that last like 4 inches there is really where your compression comes. Your contraction. Turn. Oh yeah. And then yeah, lighten it. Yep, let that come back. Right to there, forward. Nice. Try to get 10. No. 2. Good control. Real good control. 3. Yep. Think about flexing that pec while you're doing it, like squeezing that chest. And when you come back, you get that little bit of stretch. And then press. Perfect. Perfect. The way your breath's starting to match with it, that's all we're trying to do is get your body to sync. Mind, muscle connection. We're gonna do 3 more. You can do them kind of quick. 1. Yep, put it back, come forward. 2. We're gonna do 2 more. 1. And now when you let this one back, I want you to go super slow. Just let it go. You feel that?
Yeah, it's just, I feel everything here.
Yeah.
It's just something I can't do that.
Yeah. It's
like this and like.
Exactly. That's fucking perfect. Yeah, baby. All right. Now, if your girl's into the gym, bro, and you can get into it, it gives you something to grow together with, have a mutual passion. It allows you also, like, if you're physically doing work with someone to get better, spiritually, that's happening too. Like the gym looks all physical, but it is definitely spiritual and psychological. It's a fact. You know, I call it tuning the antenna. Like if you look at our body with all the skin, muscles removed, skeleton, and you just look at the nerves, we look like an antenna that you would strap to your fucking like roof. So I think what we're doing by working out, eating right, we're generally tuning and cleaning our antenna. And whether you're going to the bad part of life or the devil or whatever, you know, or the good God, universe, whatever, you'll pretty much get what you're looking for. It's all there. It's what you put the work in towards your intention and keeping your antenna clean, just the work, you know? But yeah. All right, we'll do one last set of this. I'm gonna keep you at 25. This time, go, be kind of quick, because when you come back here, you don't want that to be fast. So you can go kind of quick and then slow there. You know? weights up. Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Yep. Perfect. And that stretch, that's where, like, dude, the stretch is really where a lot of the muscle tear happens more so than the push. Perfect. And just keep that breath right. Nice. And this is your last set, so really go into that burn. The more we lean into that, get familiar with it and comfortable, the better the growth. Perfect. Nice. One more. If you can do more than one, do it. But whatever your last rep is, let it back real slow. Fuck yeah, bro. You're doing more than I thought you would. That's great. Awesome. Fuck man. Yeah, you're doing good. You're like me, you get stronger into the workout. Some people aren't like that.
Yeah, I'm just more comfortable with it.
Yeah. No, I can tell already, bro, the way your traps are. You're right. You're like me. We have these crazy traps and shoulders. Bro, I have a couple weird traps that, like, you'll see nobody do what I do. And we, like, you kind of, like, you lean different angles, and we're using light weights. It's crazy. Everyone's got, like, the 60s, the 100s. I'm using, like, 15s and 20s. You know what I'm saying? And it really is. It's about having the heaviest weight to still keep the contraction. When you actually go strength training, you're not getting the full contraction. You're getting it up, but it's like an overall strength. When you're really stretching and contracting perfectly, like, the weight's a lot lighter, you know? Oh yeah. Shift that way, yep. Now bring it straight up in front of you. Elbows in, now you're gonna bend and try to bring that bar while keeping those straight to your forehead. Yes, keep it like that. Now press up with them elbows in. Nice, one. And then think about flexing that when you get to the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect, bro. 8, 9. It is awkward at first, yes. And the elbows try to fight out. So try to keep them in, but it does that. You're doing great. Perfect. Awesome. You're the man, brother. Now this time, try to bring it down to here. Yep. Now fire it up. Somewhere between there and there is going to be your spot. So just think about it. You got plenty of time, you know what I'm saying? Good. Try to keep the elbows in. There you go, that's it. Keep them in, press. That's the muscle forcing you to use it. It's all right, that's fine. Reach failure. Failure is when form wavers or you can't lift the rep strong enough. That's failure. That's all you gotta do. When they say to failure, it doesn't mean you know, it's form wavers or you're not strong enough. That's failure. Perfect. Yeah, we're gonna do 2 more sets of this. Then we're gonna nail abs. You know, this is your first workout. We gotta go crazy. Yeah, generally they've done studies. No hormones, no steroids, just proper macro diet. People that are working out the first time in their life can put on 40 to 60 pounds a year. 80% of that being muscle. It's insane. That first year when you first do it, you'll never grow like that again. You can do all steroids in the world. This will never happen again. You're never going to put on this much size. Yeah. What you really want to do is nail the macros. I know you love carbs, which is great. What do you weigh? You 124. So we got to get you 124 grams of protein a day. I used to be against the shakes. As long as you get a good one, you can get all that through shakes. There's these pro bodybuilders, bro, that all they drink is shakes. They're vegetarians. They don't eat actual meat. Even though it does come from whatever, all they do is eat shakes. And these dudes are fucking huge. So you nail your macros. We'll get you a macro tracker. You have an iPhone, right? Yeah, yes, you use that, bro. You pay. I'll give you the $2 to pay for the fucking tracker, and bro, you nail your fats, your protein, your carb intake, and literally it'll double and triple the effectiveness of your workouts. Like you build the muscle in the gym, and nutrition is what reveals it. You know, but macros is where it's at. And you can use them any diet. One more. Remember that feeling one when you had them locked in, it's almost like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Just think about that. Yeah, because I think that's called anterior. I'll show you with bench too. You can kind of do this anterior tilt instead of like this, more like that, and that can lead to ton injury too. Yeah. 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 No, I get it. Yeah, you're fighting yourself. You're literally building new neural pathways. It's fucking insane. Try to get 3 good ones. 1. Nice. 2. 1 more. I'll see if they can hit it. That's awesome. Good man. Yeah, now we'll do sit-ups. You feel it though? Like rubber bandy and shit?
Yeah.
That's
It's
perfect.
so hard for me to bend my arm.
Yeah, it's weird. You know?
Yeah, I gotta use that.
Yeah. No, it happens, dude. Even me doing it, it naturally wants to fight.
Yeah.
That's why it's such a good workout. Is that torque, that tension, that little bit of awkwardness is what really fucking creates the feeling. The same reason with the elbows in there is the reason why it makes it too form fitting, where you just outwardly twist a little bit. That is what that little bit extra tension is what gives it to you. Gives it to you. Yeah. Difference
It's probably different.
Yeah, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. And it's that little extra time you show up over to work, a little bit extra time you put in your relationship. These little bits of things, these little twists are everything in life. It's the details, you know? And the way you do anything is how you do everything, you know? So if you're slacking here, you're probably, put your hands like this, up under your chin. Now come up and touch both hands to that. 1, back down. Now come up and bring this right arm and touch that one while and your left hand is covering your ear. Yeah, now the other one. Perfect. Then straight up. Yep, that's 3, 4.
Okay.
Yep, try to get 10. Yep, all right. It's good. That's first set. What's that one? Yeah, I put the hands under there. It helps assist. Because you're still using them. You know what I'm saying? We're getting it, baby.
I feel like I'm not using my arms. It makes it so much easier. Like even if I'm like barely touching.
Just that little bit helps. No, it's okay. That's good. Because we're just trying to get reps. Even if they would call it cheating, you're performing and your body's starting to feel itself. You know, so there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Fuck yeah, bro. You like the exercise generally though?
Yeah.
Nice. That's good. That's real good. Yeah. Yeah, whenever you reach that failure point of your body, do 3, 4 more assisted, and that's all I'm gonna ask, you know? That we lean into failure a little bit each set, if not fully meet it, you know?
Yeah.
And that guarantees growth, you know? It really does. And the last set, and Alex's first day at the gym is done. You got it. Just do 10 assisted one then, with your hands under. Perfect. And this where you meet in this failure here, this burn, this is everything. You know, this is what all your success in life will feel like. Those last few days of any project, any work, anything, are this. And if you can learn how to get familiar with it and become a friend to it now in the gym, nothing will ever block you in life. You know? Because you've calibrated your nervous system for failure. and understanding that the pain and discomfort is growth, you know, and that'll make you resilient. That'll keep you strong in your emotions, you know, like being able to regulate them. Yeah, whatever you're fighting, fight it in the gym. You're the man, bro. How's it feel? Yeah, and yeah, me and Alex meet a few times a week. We got first day picks, so if he's comfortable in like 90 days, whatever, he might share them, he might not. That's totally up to you. I will never share anything we do until you see the video and are okay with it. So thank you for helping me. And yeah, this is gonna be awesome. With his body fat percentage, and if you guys knew the rest of his family, this is gonna be wild. This kid's gonna have he's gonna fucking be jacked. All right, see you fellas later. Love you.
Peace out.